It is my distinct privilege to introduce Janice Bowdler as our speaker today, and in doing so I also want to welcome her husband Joseph and daughter Sienna, who are joining us via live stream. I trust with probably any other family members as well. A member of Malone's 2000 graduating class, since 2013 Janice has served as president of the J.P. Morgan Chase Foundation, a global leader dedicated to driving inclusive economic growth in communities worldwide. Under her leadership, the foundation made a commitment to invest $1.75 billion to strengthen workforce systems, revitalize neighborhoods, grow small businesses, and improve the financial health of individuals. As a self-identified mixed girl growing up in Northeast Ohio, Janice has shaped her career around the fundamentally unfair concept of geography of opportunity, that quality housing, education, and financial circumstances differ based on zip code and relate directly to life outcome. In her neighborhood, the difference of a couple blocks determined permanent economic status, which motivated Janice to begin her career in philanthropy and advocacy with community development projects on the east side of Cleveland. Janice has spent the last 2 decades advancing economic opportunities for families at risk of being left out of growing global prosperity. Her passion for helping families move up the economic ladder also compelled her to serve in Washington, D.C., where she spent 10 years advocating on behalf of Latino families. At Malone, Janice studied interdisciplinary social science and served as a student leader in several capacities, including Student Senate, as a resident assistant, and in the marching band as a member of the Color Guard. She also participated in the American Studies program in Washington, D.C. After Malone, Janice obtained her master's degree in urban studies at Cleveland State University. We are so proud to say that Janice is a pioneer. As a first-generation student, she forged her way into the unfamiliar landscape of higher education and quickly exhibited the independence and self-discipline, along with a deepening sense of self and purpose that are vital to one's success as a college student. During her time as a student, Janice was encouraged to embrace the entirety of her Malone experience in ways that we now describe as our Pendle Hill Pledge. She sought out and benefited from mentoring relationships among our faculty, relationships that continue to this day as peers. In these relationships and in her academic pursuits, she explored and discovered the unique characteristics, heritage, gifts, and experiences that God has purposely instilled in her. Janice is an exemplar of the transformative nature of the Malone experience, and within that, the discovery of God's call on her life. Janice, welcome home. We are delighted to have you with us today. Please join me in welcoming Janice Bowdler.
You all look beautiful. How are you feeling? Cold? Thank you, President King. It is an incredible privilege to be with you here today. I want to take this opportunity to thank the professors of the History and Social Science Department, Dr. Stuckey, Dr. Walkus, Dr. Case, as well as those no longer at Malone, Dr. Paulette and Dr. Peterson. To say that you are an inspiration actually minimizes the role you played in my life. Without question, I would not be where I am or who I am if it were not for your tutelage, open doors, and belief in me. When I arrived at Malone, I was used to being doubted and dismissed by teachers, but you saw me for who I could be, not where I came from, and I am deeply grateful. Coming to Malone changed the trajectory of my life. You see, class of 2021, I'm not supposed to be here. statistically speaking anyway. I was born to a single parent. I graduated from an underperforming high school. I grew up in a family that was living paycheck to paycheck, like most of our neighbors. Our communities, and our churches for that matter, were segregated by class and race. Thanks to Stanford researcher Raj Chetty, we have come to describe this phenomenon academically as the geography of opportunity. Despite having a strong American belief that everyone should have the ability to rise above the circumstances of her birth, this is far from the norm for most. The Ashtabula area receives a C for economic mobility. I didn't have these descriptors in high school. Instead, I understood it as kids were as likely to drop out, get pregnant, or move away as they were to go to college. My environmental context was confounded by my personal context. I stuck out. I didn't belong. My biological father is Mexican American and was out of the picture before I could ever know him. Without the benefit of being grounded in my culture, I often felt adrift when people would make fun of my hair or use racial slurs. Kids often tease me by saying I was adopted because I didn't look like I was from Ohio. This is a taunt that continues to pain me today, as I'm an adoptive parent. In 9th grade biology, a boy cut off a lock of my hair because he wanted to know what Bob Marley's dreads felt like. My Bible study teacher told me that interracial marriage was a sin, which fed a deep sense of shame and self-consciousness that had slowly built within me. While my mom and stepdad were busy trying to stretch $1 into $2, I was plagued by a deep sense of apathy. I overdosed twice before I turned 18. I wish I could say that the church I grew up attending was a refuge, but it really wasn't. When my mom called the prayer tree for help, it functioned more like a gossip hotline. Families I had known my entire life wouldn't let their kids sit next to me in the pews. People I had previously felt close to wouldn't make eye contact. It became clear I didn't belong there either. I pursued college as a way out, but I had no idea what I was doing. When I asked my guidance counselor for help, she told me that college wasn't for girls like me. I arrived at Malone's campus in September 1996. It was 2 weeks before Tupac died. The #1 song was the Macarena, and my name would soon become infamous when Chandler started dating Janice on season 3 of Friends. I understood this to be a new beginning, but I really found my stride when I discovered the History and Social Science department. I read everything. I asked for more. I took advantage of open office hours and asked for additional reading. I love the culture of debate, smart people challenging each other with humor and love. Malone was the first place I cultivated a real feeling of belonging, and the offices in Centennial Center were my sanctuary. I graduated with a deep sense of purpose. My faith had gone from theoretical to applied. I understand our calling as Christians to deliver divine light through acts of service and a pursuit of justice in a fatally fallen world. I was full of hope and ambition. But unfortunately, progress is not always linear. I knew I had a passion for addressing issues of racial and gender inequity, but I wasn't quite sure how to make a job out of that. So I went to grad school. I moved south to pursue my master's in urban planning, but the situation quickly took a turn. I was surprised to find that my financial aid only covered a fraction of my bill. I was working extra hours and putting rent on a credit card. I didn't connect with my coursework. None of my professors were interested in the way that spatial inequality leaves residents of segregated neighborhoods at a major disadvantage, that geography of opportunity. How concentrated intergenerational poverty creates systemic barriers that make escape a statistically significant anomaly. Or the way perspectives of women and people of color are routinely minimized when crafting the very social policies intended to improve their situation, thereby often leading to misguided programs that don't address root causes. These are the issues that continue to speak to me, and they were not welcome topics at my chosen school. Then one Saturday night, my situation went from challenging to devastating. I'd been hanging out at a classmate's apartment with people I thought of as friends. I still have major gaps in memory from that night. I woke up bruised and delirious. I had trouble standing up. I desperately tried to piece it all together, and in that moment only the obvious was clear. I had been assaulted. I had to wait 2 days until the clinic opened to be seen by a doctor. Except for a handful of people, I stayed silent for more than 15 years because the experience fed into a sense of shame I already carried with me. I moved beyond a feeling of not belonging to a feeling of deep unworthiness. Not sure what else to do, I returned to Ohio, buried the experience, and finished my degree at Cleveland State. When I finished grad school, I felt unmoored, and I had no idea what was supposed to come next. In fact, the only thing I felt truly certain about was my calling to actively dismantle structural racism and gender inequity in our society. So I put one foot in front of the other. I started working in neighborhood development on the east side of Cleveland. I moved to Washington, D.C. and joined National Council of La Raza as a housing policy analyst. I became one of the leading advocates and experts on economic mobility strategies for Latino families and communities of color. After 10 years, I joined the J.P. Morgan Chase Foundation to build their community development and financial health strategies. 3 years ago, I became president of the foundation. Over the last 2 decades, I have testified before the House of Representatives, the U.S. Senate, and the Federal Reserve. I've published briefs, reports, chapters, and most recently a book focused on policy and practice change that can build an economy that works for everyone, where the most vulnerable among us have real opportunities to reach their full economic potential, and we all benefit from more broadly shared prosperity. I've done this work at the neighborhood level, through national advocacy, and now leading one of the country's largest corporate foundations, working in more than 37 countries globally. I have closely guarded many of the painful details of my life, while allowing people to focus on the shiny parts of my resume. But that has come to feel increasingly disingenuous, and there are a few reasons why I want to share my story with you today. One is because I cannot look into the face of my baby girl and let her believe that a culture that whitewashes misogyny in any way is okay. We must do better for our girls. Another is because this is my truth. These are the messy series of events that have built the human that stands before you. I would tell myself that I keep my secrets because I'm a private person, but secrets harbor shame. Speaking your truth is fundamentally powerful. I'm also sharing my journey because this is a moment when many of us are questioning where we belong. In fact, this might be one of the most consequential questions before us. In this moment of great political, cultural, and economic division, where do we belong? Who and what is God calling us to be in this moment? Looking back on the sum of my experiences, I realized that because I was so self-conscious of my outsider status, whether real or imposed, I really leaned into finding connections with people from all walks of life. What often felt like a crutch to get me through socially awkward moments turned out to be my superpower. I honed my listening and empathy skills. I became a strong coalition builder, forging partnerships across party lines and sectors. My ability to communicate to diverse audiences has allowed me to take my advocacy for greater economic equity into seemingly unlikely places, from church basements to corporate America. This feels like a survival skill in our current climate where crossing political and social boundaries seems impossible. Cultural pundits and pollsters would have us believe that we all fit neatly into a series of binary categories. Social feeds keep us trapped in cycles of confirmation bias, reinforcing our perceptions of ourselves and those with differing political, cultural, or religious traditions. These mental models shape our sense of who belongs and who doesn't. Research shows that we are far more likely to assign positive attributes to people we perceive as being part of our group, however we define that, and while easily demeaning those outside the group. And because we are more segregated than ever, by race, class, and political affiliation, daily life is unlikely to push you out of your political or social comfort zone. Sticking to familiar political, cultural, economic, or social turf may feel comfortable. You may feel like you belong there, but I would challenge you to consider whether this truly honors our calling. God never called anyone into comfort. She calls us into the world to be an active force for justice. It is simply unacceptable to sit on the sidelines judging our neighbors from the comfort of our internet browser. Our decreasing proximity to difference requires us to intentionally pursue experiences and perspectives that challenge us. We must become seekers of where we belong. I think this holds true for things as weighty as our life's work as it does for how we engage in the political moment. Never should we allow ourselves to be so convinced of our own righteousness that we erode all humility and curiosity for those who seem so different. My experiences of feeling out of place gave me the tools to cope with feeling uncomfortable and to form meaningful relationships with people who don't share my politics or my cultural or socioeconomic background. Having cultivated that skill has paid me dividends, personally and professionally. In fact, many of my moments of greatest clarity on where my calling would take me next arose from deeply challenging and uneasy situations. But my recommendation is not that you hang out in a place of unbelonging. Quite the opposite. My journey to unravel my own deep-seated sense of unbelonging began when I returned to one of our earliest lessons as Christians. God lives within us. Grounding your belonging in your divine light rather than a political or social identity makes it possible to create a practice of seeking connections. The world assigns us so many labels that, if gone unexamined, limit our understanding of our own humanity. Democrat, Republican, gay, straight, Christian, Jewish, Muslim, atheist. When we stand confidently in the divine light that sparks within us, it becomes easier to see that flame burning in other people. It becomes easier to see them as divine beings that belong as much as we do. This is how I came to realize that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, rooted in the knowledge of my inseparability from the divine, while practicing my skills of social discomfort to build bridges in the name of justice. I realize now that my story was given to me for a reason. I don't have a neat and tidy ending for you. My pursuit of my calling continues, and I hope it does for the rest of my life. I hope that when you hear my story, you don't just hear an old trope of a kid who beat the odds. I hope you hear someone who rejected where the world was telling her she ought to be, so that she could go places that no one thought that she could. The world needs people with the skill and courage to seek their belonging outside their comfort zone, refusing to let social constructs disrupt our connection to fellow divine beings or to stand in the way of our calling. So I'll leave you with this. You belong here. You belong out there. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. My hope for you, the class of 2021, is that you may walk confidently in your divine light. May it shine unapologetically, and may our collective light bring us all closer together. Congratulations.
The past 12 months have been filled with uncertainty and challenge. Many of the usual milestones of life had to be replaced with virtual versions or canceled altogether. However, I am grateful that today we get to take one small step back toward normalcy by celebrating those of last year's graduates who are able to participate today in person. Will the participating representatives of the graduating class of 2020 please stand? Dr. King, the individuals named in the program and now standing have completed the requirements established by the faculty for their respective degrees. It is my privilege, on behalf of the faculty, to recommend them to you for the recognition of the conferral of their degrees and graduation from Malone University.
And to our graduates of 2020, thank you for coming home today. Your resilience and your persistence toward your degree in the throes of the early weeks of the pandemic was truly inspiring. Thank you for joining us today to allow us this opportunity to acknowledge and celebrate your success. Dr. Miller, by the authority vested in me by the State of Ohio and the Board of Trustees of Malone University, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I hereby recognize the conferral of their respective degrees with all the rights, responsibilities, and privileges appertaining thereto.
Graduates of 2020, you may move your tassels. Please be seated. And now, will the graduating class of 2021 please stand? Dr. King, the individuals named in the program and now standing have completed or will complete the requirements established by the faculty for their respective degrees, which include Associate of Arts, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science in Education, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Master of Arts in Education, Master of Arts in Organizational Leadership, Master of Business Administration, Master of Science in Educational Leadership, Master of Science in Nursing. It is my privilege, on behalf of the faculty, to recommend them to you for the conferral of degrees and for graduation from Malone University.
Dr. Miller, by the authority vested in me by the State of Ohio and the Board of Trustees of Malone University, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I hereby confer the respective degrees with all the rights, responsibilities, and privileges appertaining thereto.
Graduates of 2021, you may now move your tassels. Graduates, please be seated. All graduates, the ushers will now escort you to the field. Friends and families, our graduates, with the 2020 graduates first, will come to the platform area in the order presented in the program. Due to COVID protocols, they will then be congratulated with a celebratory elbow bump by President King, followed by Rod Neuenschwander, class of 1999, our chair of the Malone University Board of Trustees, and by Josh Harley, class of 2017, from the Malone University Young Alumni Association. The 2021 graduates will pick up a diploma cover from the table before they are congratulated with a celebratory elbow bump. Please join us in celebration as we recognize the classes of 2020 and 2021.
Graduates with the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Daniel Carmody, summa cum laude.
Elizabeth Darra.
Happy I figured out the one. Exactly.
Caleb DeHady.
Micah Lee Goff.
Tyler Dean Haroon, summa cum laude.
Kirsten Blair Hilty, magna cum laude.
Robert L. Hurlis, Jr.
Ryan Thomas Hutchinson, cum laude.
Delaney Rose Johnson, magna cum laude.
Nicole Kenny, magna cum laude.
Caitlin Marie McWhirter, cum laude.
Justin Cole Morgan.
Lisa A. Porter Wade.
Annalise Emily Raynette.
Emily Rita Cecilia Schmidt, cum laude.
Laura Scott.
Jessica Steele.
Erica Paige Steinkirchner Roberts.
Tyler Michael Ullman, magna cum laude.
Dallas Woods.
Graduates with the degree of Bachelor of Science in Education. Madeline Mary Beth McDermott, magna cum laude.
Nicole Caitlin Reeves, summa cum laude.
Graduates with a degree in the Bachelor of Science of Nursing. Alexandria Lynn Boughton.
Jane Davis Brunn.
Graduates with the degree of the Bachelor of Arts in Education, Katie Marie Barber.
Tanya L. Clift.
Marion A. Denefield.
Jessica Lynn Early.
LaFlovia Yvette Janani.
Jennifer Rebecca Henry.
Lisa Marie Hoffert.
Tiffany Lynn Marsh.
Lisa Michelle Wilson.
These are the graduates with the degree of Master of Arts in Organizational Leadership. Reginald Blue.
Kristen C. Hafford.
Catherine Marshall.
Odette Avaz Martin.
Laura Marvin.
Heidi L. Wells.
Carly Marie Wynn.
Graduates with the degree of Bachelor or Master of Business Administration. Kamari J. Daniels.
Lauren Julian Geib.
Alicia Mariel Smith.
These are the graduates with the degree of Associate of Arts in General Studies. Deborah Ann LeBlanc.
Graduates with the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Eric J. Baker, summa cum laude.
Ronnie Lynn Bell.
Taylor M. Bernard, summa cum laude.
Haley Innocencia Berry.
Nicholas Bianchi.
Easton Allen Black.
Marissa Ray Baumgren.
Tatiana Nicole Bauman.
Darren Brake.
Patrick Brightbill.
Bryce Butler.
Zachary Cannon.
Lauren Marie Cantor, magna cum laude.
Rebecca Carr.
Cindy Corelli.
Brian Keith Starcher.
LaShawn Nicole Carson.
Nicholas B. Chaplick.
Noah Brian Chaplick.
Rachel Lynn Chestnus.
Austin Lewis Coldsnow, cum laude.
Jacob Connor.
Clayton Cooper, cum laude.
Alana K. Copeland.
Catherine Marion Corbett, magna cum laude.
Daylene Cowger, magna cum laude.
Sally Kulig.
Jeremy Davis.
Jenna Mariah Deal.
Alicia Michelle Dean.
Grace Joy Ehlert.
Amy Erb.
Emily Estoker.
Alex Fannin.
Andrea Fink.
Joey Foose.
Jacob Garwood.
Lauren Nicole Geiger, magna cum laude.
Gwen Renee Gillisack.
Emily Joy Giger.
Grant Glover.
Emily Marie Goff.
Terry L. Gooch III.
Corinne Haynes.
Carter William Hartung, summa cum laude.
Austin M. Hill, magna cum laude.
Macy Hill.
Lucas J. Huber, cum laude.
Samantha Marie Hudzik, magna cum laude.
Sierra Jennings, magna cum laude.
Matthew Aaron Johnson.
Lane Wren Jones.
Kelsey Ann Joyce.
Peyton Elizabeth Jumper.
Annie Kadlacek.
Stephen Edward Camp, summa cum laude.
Julia D. Carmi, summa cum laude.
Brittany Madison Noak.
Luke Kondak, cum laude.
James Contour, magna cum laude.
Emma Kate Lavelle.
Addison Victoria Lewis, magna cum laude.
Luray J. Leitner.
Brooke Ann Lindenschmidt, magna cum laude.
Savannah Line.
Jarrett Majestic.
Delaney Grace Major.
Keely Shea Malley, magna cum laude.
Dominic Michael Mariano.
Laura Markland.
Scott Timothy Markle, magna cum laude.
Maria Leanne Martin, summa cum laude.
Catherine Sue Martinez, magna cum laude.
Emma N. Martinez, cum laude.
Emily Renee Mock.
Matthew Michael Maisie.
Caitlin Joy McDermott, cum laude.
Nathan McFeeters.
John James McNee III.
Justin David Miller.
Ashley Marie Mitchell.
Nathan Mangiardo, cum laude.
Xavier Moore.
Travis J. Morgan.
Carolina Villa Nakata.
Isaiah A. Nicholas.
Olivia Ogle.
Gloria Ajewa Apoku.
Matthew J. Oskovich.
Cameron Grace Adi, magna cum laude.
Jessica N. Perkins.
Natalie Perry.
Natasha Ann Perry.
Aline Pinter.
Hope Victoria Porter.
Rossell Lamise Pratt.
Morgan G. Pretty.
Denise Quentin, summa cum laude.
Dylan Rains.
Abby Reynolds, cum laude.
Delana R. Riffle.
Madison Lee Roberts, magna cum laude.
Stephen Mark Rose, summa cum laude.
Danielle Christina Rochong, magna cum laude.
Lexis Rochon.
Christian Sanko, summa cum laude.
Rachel Nicole Santos.
Natalie Grace Sasela.
Mark Aaron Schleba.
Emily Erica Joy Schroll, summa cum laude.
Kristen L. Seacrest.
Matthew Seymour.
Brittany Lynn Sheets.
Carter Alexis Ayers Shope.
Michaela Smith, summa cum laude.
Pollyanna V. Smith.
Noah Michael Summers, summa cum laude.
Preston Hartwell Stanley.
Cameron J. Steele.
Emily Rose Steinke, magna cum laude.
Nicholas Michael Straits, magna cum laude.
Ethan Sulek.
Sarah Elizabeth Thulis.
Megan Tilton, summa cum laude.
Stephen Joseph Tome.
Alexis Rose Ulrey.
Madeline Ruth Valance, summa cum laude.
Michaela Irene Ann Vance, cum laude.
Andrew Martin Wade, cum laude.
Elena Lynn Watson, cum laude.
Justin Thomas Weidinger.
Olivia Whitaker.
Clarice Evelyn Willett.
Christina Mary Williams, summa cum laude.
Chloe Willis.
Brian Wilson Yoder, cum laude.
Jesse Yost, magna cum laude.
Garrett T. Young.
Ashley Joy Zare, summa cum laude.
These are the graduates with a degree of Bachelor of Science in Education. Mary Grace Baker, cum laude.
Alexa Bell, cum laude.
Courtney Noel Kearns, magna cum laude.
Anna Egbert, cum laude.
Danielle Garces, cum laude.
Lindsay Elizabeth Gray, cum laude.
Lauren E. Griggy.
Caitlin Ham, magna cum laude.
Tayani Nicole Irons, cum laude.
Lindsay Marie Katima, cum laude.
Kelsey Linhart, cum laude.
Cheyenne L. McGee, cum laude.
Tyler Stephen Muma, magna cum laude.
Zachary Rearick, summa cum laude.
Allison Nicole Schmeltzer, magna cum laude.
Abigail Nicole Sueno.
Julia C. Westall, magna cum laude.
Madison Williams, magna cum laude.
Joshua Wika.
Owen Daniel Zeiter.
These are the graduates with a degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Nicole Albright.
Elizabeth Jane Angel.
Caitlin Barrett, cum laude.
Lorene Page Bartolo.
Amanda Michelle Begg.
Sydney Black.
Maria Page Blaziola.
Emily Joanne Dalton, cum laude.
Ashley Corinne Edwards.
Taylor Franklin.
Anna Marie Fuddy.
Casey Haynes, cum laude.
Anna Mae Hessman.
Kathleen Lee Highland.
Rebecca Lynn Kemp.
John Daniel Crickbaum.
Susanna Ruth Martin, summa cum laude.
Julia Grace Meisner, magna cum laude.
Emily Nicole Moore, cum laude.
Cassandra Marie Orr.
Madison Grace Paris.
Justin David Pavlik.
Jasmine Catherine Penrod, summa cum laude.
Alexandra Jean Sebastian.
Elizabeth Seleni.
Kaylee Nicole Shearer.
Eric William Sontag.
Brooklyn Sullivan.
Maria Elizabeth Teodosio.
Sydney Van Hoy.
Abigail M. Van Vorst.
Graduates with the degree of Master of Arts in Education. Andrea J. Anderson.
Maria Ashley Aubill.
Caitlin Marie Beaton.
Katrina Ann Bell.
Taryn Nicole Bentley.
Tyler John Bowman.
Valerie Browning.
Courtney P.K. Chester.
Brittany L. Collins.
John Renee Countryman.
Pamela DiBiasio.
Brittany Alyssa Egan.
Julie Lee Goff, summa cum laude.
Janae Houston.
Tessa Isom.
Christy Marie Jones.
Taylor Likens.
Lindsay J. Manning.
Raymond James Marshall Jr.
Brittany McHugh.
Nicole A. McLeod.
Lisa Marie Malott.
Akash D. Negi.
Jennifer L. Ottinger.
Audrey Meadows Perry.
Abby Jo Radka.
Alicia K. Reber.
Patricia J. Reynolds.
Michelle E. Robinson.
Holly Lee Smith.
Agnes Toldy.
Kimberly B. Tucker Petty.
Caitlin Jo Weaver.
Ruth A. Yoder.
Graduates with the degree Master of Arts in Organizational Leadership. Gail J. Bowles Blangaro.
James L. Catero II.
Anne Elizabeth Lennox.
Erica Michelle Lennox.
Lauren Ann Marcus.
Jared S. Torrance.
Graduates with the degree of Master of Business Administration. Bradley G. Bowers.
Ronald L. Hoagland Jr.
Joseph M. Catiro.
Matthew Kennel.
Janie Lynn Linger.
George McCartney.
James Matthew Schaefer II.
Carolyn Rose Skleeder.
Michael V. Seroyd.
This is for the degree of Master of Science in Educational Leadership. Kristen Ann Ellington.
Richard Norman Stout.
Emily May Young.
Graduates with the Master of Science in Nursing. Krista Carmen Maley.
Stephen Meredith.
Thank you very much.
Graduates of 2020, congratulations. We will dispense of the alma mater on this occasion, but two things as I invite Brenda Stevens to join me here to bring the invocation. First, also, Janice, thank you for joining us today. Thank you for the ways that you've challenged our graduates to embrace entirely who they are and where God has placed them, and to belong fully in that space. Thank you, Janice. I'd be remiss when I invite Brenda to close in prayer, to thank her for 3 decades of investing deeply, in the deepest ways, in our students, generations of students. Brenda, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. King. We will bow our heads. Every beginning has an end, and every end there is a new beginning. I share with you, the class of 2021, the excitement of a new beginning. Father in heaven, we have trusted you through this journey at Malone University, and now we gather here today to celebrate the end of that journey. We will continue to trust you to guide and direct our paths. Your faithfulness has been never ending, and your grace everlasting. At the end, we could not even imagine until this day. And now, as our journey closes, we ask that you help us to recall those lessons that we have been taught, the communities we've served, and the precious souls who have guided our path. And finally, dear saints and friends, be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove that what is good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Amen. Be blessed.